Congressman Matt Cartwright joins us now live. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, Congressman.
Oh, my pleasure, Kristen. How are you?
Great. Well, you said as recently as Sunday you were undecided. So what do you need to hear in today's all-member briefing that can make your undecided turn into a yes? Is there anything you can hear?
Well, Kristen, I want you to understand, I am undecided on purpose. I have resolved to remain undecided until I've seen all of the evidence. You know, we've been, since August 21st, we've been hearing a lot of persuasion. I think I've been on 4 or 5 different conference calls with top administration officials, top military leaders, listening to them make the case for why striking now makes sense. I'm listening to all of that, but that's persuasion, and that's different from proof. So the work that we have cut out for us now, you know, members of Congress have been in their districts since August 21st and before, and we've been hearing from our constituents, you know, in person, over the phone, on social media, to be sure. They buttonhole us on the street. We get a lot of input from the constituents, and we're hearing what's being borne out in the polls that you've talked about. But now we're making our way to Capitol Hill. And that's where the classified information is available for review. I intend to do my homework. I believe that Americans, and certainly my constituents, are very much entitled to a completely informed decision, whichever way I come out on it. And so tonight at 5 o'clock, there'll be a classified briefing on Capitol Hill for the members of Congress. I have reserved one of the evidence rooms of the House Intelligence Committee between 9 tonight and midnight. I expect I'll be burning the candle at both ends all week, reviewing the evidence, because I think as members of Congress, we owe that to our constituents to make sure we have all of the facts before us when we cast our votes.
And Congressman, you say what you've been hearing is different from proof. Does that mean that you are not sold on the intelligence yet?
Well, Kristen, look, I made my entire adult life, I made my living as a courtroom lawyer. And when you're in a jury trial, that's a deliberative body, and the judge constantly admonishes jurors, don't make up your minds until you've heard all of the evidence at the end of the case. And that makes good sense. Now, Congress also is a deliberative body, and I intend to carry out my function in that fashion. I want to hear all of the facts, and I want to see all of the evidence with my own eyes before I come to a decision. So the question is,
I hear you saying you're not yet convinced by the intelligence. Is there something that President Obama can say tomorrow night, for example, when he addresses the nation, that can convince you, something that you're missing in the intelligence that you need to hear?
Well, Kristen, what we're hearing from our constituents is don't do it. It's got to be 80% don't want us to do any kind of a strike. So that sort of sets out the burden of proof for the administration. They need to prove, really beyond a reasonable doubt, that this is the correct course. So what do I need them to prove beyond a reasonable doubt? I need them to prove that not striking is more dangerous to America than going ahead with a strike. I need them to prove that we do have, we were just hearing about international coalitions. I need to hear that we do have strong international support for it. I really need to hear that a diplomatic, peaceful, negotiated settlement is not possible. I want to look into the feasibility of what the Russian proposal is and whether there's any chance the Syrians will go along with it. And absolutely, I need it proved to me that there's no possibility of American boots on the ground.
Okay, Congressman Cartwright, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.